now at the moment.
Just finished my dinner. I'm going to start the meeting. Thanks. Welcome to the joint meeting of the Permanent Town Building Committee and the Library Trustees. It's Monday, September 30th, 6:30. Please note that anything said in this meeting or entered into the chat becomes part of the public record. Can we have a call to order?
Yep. All right. I think I got the attendance right, so tell me if I'm missing anyone. Claremont?
Here.
Dirk's here. Fleckner is not here yet. Roach is not here yet. Secor not here yet. Teal?
Here.
Cook?
Here.
Hazelton?
Here.
Karpinski?
Here.
Mahana not here, not coming. I don't know.
Correct. Not here and not coming.
Okay. Padden?
Here.
Roberts?
Here.
Zegowitz?
Here.
Wimberg?
Here.
Berlinski not here. Perkins?
Here.
Liedberg?
Here.
Rainville?
Here.
Lass?
Here.
Goodwin?
Here.
Okay, Monks, and no one from FAA or any of those here tonight. Okay.
Correct.
we're here. Okay, Lynn, go ahead.
Okay, next item is approval of the minutes from September 16th.
Move to approve as submitted.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Anything, changes or comments? Okay. We have the vote?
Yep, Claremont,
Aye.
Dirk's aye, Fleckner not here yet, Roach not here, Secor not here, Teal,
I was not here on last meeting, the 16th.
okay. I'll write absent on that one. Cook,
Yes.
Hazelton,
Aye.
Karpinski,
Aye.
and Mahana not here, Padden,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Zegowitz.
Yes.
All right, so 801.
Okay, next item is the OPM report.
So I will just report on behalf of Alicia, who's on vacation through October 3rd. She would like someone from the Joint Committee to consider being another volunteer for the contractor pre-qualification procedure, which is reading and assessing contractors prior to our bidding process. So if anyone is interested in that, we have a hole that requires filling. I'll also report under the library director's report. We received 2 responses to our RFP for an off-site temporary library location. I want to thank both Buffy and Nancy for evaluating and ranking the RFPs with me. We determined that one really did not qualify. There was no storage possibility, and utilities had been included in the excluded, pardon me, from the lease amount. So we will be going forward looking at 515 Groton Road, and I'll be working with the assistant town manager. The lease document was part of the RFP, and so we'll be proceeding with that. And this is a great relief because it allows me to start counting shelves and books and labeling furniture that we're getting rid of, and doing tours of different town department heads and school principals to see if they want some of the things that we don't want to be taking with us. So that's a big relief. I'll also say that we are working. I've had all of the library division heads working on furnishing templates for each staff area under their divisions. and we're assessing those tomorrow. We'll be working on public spaces and the public work stations next. We are going to Mass Higher Education Collaborative special seminar October 29th on furnishings and library furnishings. The Mass Higher Education Collaborative is like state procurement, a place where you can purchase without having to go through the rigorous bid process. So we'll be very interested to see what vendors are there. And as well, I'm working on a more detailed moving calendar. We'll have both historic items stored and moved first. We'll have a furniture moving RFP. I'll work on that next. We'll have a book stack moving RFP. We're in line for used shelving. Pittsfield shared their bilious yellow shelving with Melrose, and hopefully by December, Melrose will share the bilious yellow shelving with us. We need shelving because the stacks are structural in the fiction area. So in the stack room, we have all these stacks, 1,000 shelves actually, that we can't take with us. So I'm working on things we're disposing, things we're conserving, things we're upholstering, things we want to ask the town museum if they want, a piano potentially for the COA or for one of the schools. So there's plenty of work ahead of us, and that's the big effort right now. There is a meeting this Wednesday night. Lynn will be there, and Buffy, and a Feingold Alexander representative. We are making a brief presentation to the Commission on Disability at their meeting on October 2nd, sharing the floor plans and the exterior site plan. And we, certainly will be having ADA compliant signage in the future. We've already determined where the handicap push doors will be, and I actually called New England Hearing Loop today to ask about the potential for a hearing loop in the meeting room if we can afford that. And they're also under MHEC, so there would be a 20% discount on at least part of that purchase. So after this Wednesday, we'll understand if there are more concerns that the Commission on Disability has. We certainly listened to them from the 2016 meeting. There is a sidewalk that goes all the way around the building to the back. It's on the side closest to the handicapped walkway or throughway that's cut through the common so that you can get onto the common and ramp up onto the common. And we also have had from a parent in Westford a request for an adult-sized changing table. So, in one of our single-use only restrooms on the bottom floor, we will have a larger changing table for an older disabled child or teen or even adult. So we'll see if there are other things they want. So that's all I have to report, and I'll take any questions.
Ellen, you just need someone to review RFPs from the contractors for selection.
Well, I think pre-qualification is, I'm gonna be ignorant here because I didn't go through this process before. I think pre-qualification is looking at a matrix of, do they have this, do they have this, do they have this, and checking off all the contractors. So before we go out to bid, we know if they pre-qualify or not. Maybe someone who's more conversant with this.
That sounds correct. Usually you send out the pre-qualifications to make sure they have the certain equipment, the certain requirements of the project that they can actually fulfill the job. I'm familiar with that process, so I'm happy to offer my time to do that. And I'm assuming we'll be working with the OPM on that as well, correct?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's just a few of us need to do it, so it's another one of those tedious things where you read through everything and you grade them and make sure that people are compliant ahead of time, so. Okay, great, Mike, that's great. So, we do have invoices tonight. And so we have, the monthly invoice for OPM services, in the amount of $6,000. We have 100% of design development paid and now 15% of the construction documents at $94,941.20. And then there are the professional services for $3,115. And if you want to do those as a single vote, then you could take another vote to accept the journal repostings from these smaller items that have been paid by another town department, but now need to be reposted to the library grant account.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve?
Quick question.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Sorry. Is the OPM content that 100% of the DD has been completed, for example? And are we accepting some risk if DD is declared to be 100% done, but the meetings with the planning board and the conservation commission haven't happened yet? So it just sort of, I assume, in my naive understanding of how all this works, that those meetings would happen before design even started. So I don't understand why design is finished and we haven't had those meetings yet. Thank you.
Well, I will say that we did have meetings with them in the 2014 to 2016 grant, and there is potential, absolutely. And I think in the contract with Feingold Alexander, we anticipated that we might go in front of the planning board 3 times. So, but whatever input we get from these internal town review boards will have to end up in the construction documents.
Okay.
You probably,
additional-
the Permanent Town Building Committee is more conversant with this than I am.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that that feedback, once this thing actually goes for formal review, would then be an additional service, or is that included in the contract? I guess that it's not a problem if it's included in the contract, I guess is the big picture.
We forecast out how many meetings there would be, and I think we forecast 3 in-person meetings with the planning board. I do know that they've been, getting staff input with the hope that what they're submitting is as compliant as possible. We had a internal town review under the first grant, and we've had a couple now. And now, I mean, with staff saying, move the shed, or, look at the kind of vegetation you're looking at here, so.
We think that might be wishful thinking, 3 meetings with the planning board.
I hope so. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was cautionary thinking or wishful thinking.
I would be concerned if we don't have all of those boxes checked prior to completion of CDs.
Right.
The CDs are what's going to determine the budget for the library project. And any changes to the CD documents are going to come at a greater cost than it would if they were captured in the CDs, significantly. So, we could see a 2x or 3x increase if we were to put a change in the documents at CD stage, opposed to getting it into the CDs. I definitely don't think we should release what a CD is essentially called 100% construction, meaning this is what we need to complete the building. And if we don't have the necessary approvals, I don't think we can achieve CD.
So we should hold on this?
And so this one's DD, so only one difference there, but so essentially my intuition is you always want to thrash early in a project. And since it seems like design is 100% now and hasn't even gone up for a review, there's going to be potential for thrashing very late into design. And, as Mike's alluding to, it just gets more and more costly. You have less and less options to address the concerns as you go deeper into the project. And so I was just curious if everyone is content that DD is 100% and the OPM's cool with everything. And if not, then perhaps we should hold off on this item B.
The only other thing I'd add, Chris, is the 100% DDs, they may have completed that work, right? They may have completed the design development. They're seeking to be reimbursed for the work they've completed to date. If we're developing CDs, the approval of the 100% CD invoice, we could, in theory, wait to approve 100% CDs until these items are correct, because that could be where we go back to the designers and say, hey, we're understanding of the design development phase being complete. We're acknowledging we're paying the invoice, but until we get these answers, we can't comfortably approve CD invoices because the work isn't complete without this information. So my thought is it seems fair to approve design development documents if we've seen a deliverable. And we keep that comment close and concerning until we get through the CDs. It's kind of how I'm looking at it, if that makes sense to others.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Oh, I was just thinking, let me get this hand down. So, okay, so typically at the end of the DD process, the design is flushed out. It's 100%. You're moving forward to details and show how this thing actually gets constructed. So there will be no more design development, no more changes, no more anything. If we get through, if we have an approach to the planning or any of the other boards, excuse me, and then something pops up that we need changes, are we assuming that will be a design extra at that point? It seems to me like we would be. Do we want to, when are we going to these boards? Are they coming up sometime soon?
The planning board is October 7th, the evening of October
Oh.
7th, and the Conservation Commission is the evening of October 9th.
So
Oh,
both
yeah,
next
okay,
week.
so we're getting started next week.
So should
Okay.
we hold these until our next meeting, which would be 2 weeks?
Well, I'm not sure that, I mean, you're saying that we should assume that we're going to pay additional services. I'm not quite sure we should assume that. I think we assume that everything is part of the project and there are no additional services.
But it hasn't been reviewed yet?
Well,
Not very likely they won't want something changed.
part of this is, well, I mean, and they're required to make changes to the project. And the whole thing about design development, not everybody sticks with that idea that you can't change the design. We're constantly changing the design for the client and CDs and can't get money for it. Because basically it's public. When it's public work, they just put their foot down. We're public. We should put our foot down. If Feingold hasn't gotten around to getting on the planning board's agenda until now, well, is that our fault?
It always ends up our fault. It always ends up in our wallet.
Well, we need to start thinking like public agencies, and everything, the architect has to pay for everything.
Well, I would say, Gene, I think that, yeah, I sort of agree with you that there is some leeway in that, there's DD, boom, there's the end, that's it, that's all. And now we're into CDs, especially if we have the review meetings coming up in less than a week. I certainly wouldn't, I don't know about holding their payment based on that, based on a pretty short scheduling issue, but it does make me a little bit nervous at a project of this scale that we're entering into that after the completion of DDs. And if things start to go left or right, I don't think any of these review boards are going to be looking at teeny tiny insignificant changes. Changes that could possibly come up are not going to be, you want to paint it yellow instead of white. It's going to be, there'll be something a little more heavy than that.
So, Ellen, is this the first time that we've gone to the planning board and the conservation commission? And
In this grant round, yes, we
And-
went in front of them in 2014 and through 2016.
and why didn't Feingold push to have it done earlier in the design process?
I don't think that the site plan was completely ready. I actually don't know. We could, if we wanted to meet at 6:30 on October 28th, we could hold this and review it with them then.
It seems like there's enough concern that perhaps, item B should be removed from this vote for payment.
Until after the meetings with the town.
Yeah, and if we just wait,
Yeah.
we'll get a warm fuzzy which way things are going to go.
Are what's going before the planning board, is the detailed design? That's what's, then yeah, it's not done until it's been reviewed by the town, right?
That's right.
And looking at the invoice, it looks like they're only billing $9,900, 9,994 of a $500,000 line item. And even just going to that meeting is a billable item that they should have planned in that DD development. I don't think it's unreasonable to state, hey, we'd like to get through these meetings and call those complete before paying the last $9,000 of an invoice that was $500,000 worth of work. It's not like we're withholding hundreds of thousands of dollars indefinitely. We're simply just stating, hey, let's get through the meetings that are part of this process. And as soon as we get through those, we understand what we're up against, we can make a decision, because they're also billing 15% of the construction document completion. So according to their billing, they're saying we're already 15% complete with the construction documents. And it seems like we're getting pretty far down the road without having that information.
So really, we are holding $100,000 worth of money.
Yeah.
Well, if they're producing work on the CDs, I don't think it's unreasonable to bill for it. It still takes time and to develop those drawings. It just depends. I haven't seen the deliverable to verify if they've completed that work on the CD set. I think holding the DD definitely makes sense. I'd love to know more about what have they delivered on the CDs so far.
I'm not quite sure we can pay the 84,000 and not pay the 9,000. We've never
Let-
split a bill before, I don't think.
Well, let's hold them both 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe under new business, could we just identify the date, knowing that Indigenous Peoples' Day and special town meeting is coming? If we can just double check if we want to meet on the 23rd with the library working group to just address this again, or early at 6:30 on the 28th. So you want to table item B until the next meeting, which
Yes.
is the date to be determined.
Yes.
It looks like it's dated today as well, Ellen. So it's not like the invoice has been out for 3 months and we're delaying it another month. It seems like it was just invoiced. So it seems reasonable to just wait until we can get more information.
That's fine. So then I'll let Lynn take over and ask if you want to approve the other two items for $6,000 and $3,115 respectively.
This is item C.
Yes, A and C.
A and C. Okay. All right. Then I need a motion. Do I have to read it out, or can you take it from the agenda? Do I need to read it out in the motion?
No.
Okay. Again, then I just need a motion to approve items A and C under the warrants.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Okay, here we go with the voting. Claremont,
Aye.
Dirks, aye. Fleckner, not here. Roach,
Aye.
Secor, not here. Teal,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Hazelton,
Aye.
Karpinski,
Aye.
Mahana, not here. Patton,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Zegowitz.
Aye.
So we are at 1, 2, 3. 10-0-0.
Okay, then we have item D.
Yeah, so the journal entry, so this is advising you that a minor bill has been paid by a different department, and we are having a journal entry to reassign it to the library grant account. So if you want to make a motion to accept this action, this is an internal reassignment that the town uses when a department pays for another department's bill, and then it's correctly assigned to.
Move to approve.
Okay. All right. Can I have a motion to accept the journal entry repostings?
So moved.
Did I hear Nancy do it
Yes.
first? Okay, so Nancy and Chris. All right, Claremont,
Aye.
Dirks, I, Fleckner, not here, Roach,
Aye.
Secor, not here, Teal,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Hazelton,
Aye.
Karpinski,
Aye.
Hannah, not here, Patton,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Zegowitz,
Aye.
10-0-0.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else? Otherwise, you see the dates of the upcoming meetings. And we're done.
Did we just have the new business item that Ellen alluded to?
Right, we want to settle it on an actual date, new date,
Oh, okay.
23rd or the 28th.
Is that for the next joint meeting?
Yes,
So the 23rd would be a Wednesday when the library working group is scheduled to meet. That's the same week as special town meeting. The 28th is the next date. Monday that's available. There is a chance that special town meeting could be adjourned to that date if it goes beyond its one evening.
So it'll be adjourned to the following week.
Yes, from the 21st to the 28th.
I think we should go with the 23rd then for our joint meeting.
I'm fine with either one. At this moment.
Are you gonna bring in new business or just go over the payment?
I think the new business is really to set an additional meeting when we would have the information and the representatives to take action on the bill that we've tabled, Lynn.
That's
So,
what I was asking. But nothing beyond that, right?
right, I think that's the most important thing. And of course, by that time, we will have gone in front of the Commission on Disability, the Planning Board, and the Conservation Commission. So there'll be much more to be responding to.
Okay. What time are we meeting?
So I would say 6:30. And then if we need to have the working group rescheduled, we can look at that.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing from me.
Okay, then can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Yeah, second.
Boy, Chris and Nancy, you're really clicking.
To adjourn, we're always quick.
Claremont,
Aye.
Dirks, I, Fleckner, not here, Roach,
Aye.
Secor, not here, Teal,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Hazelton,
Aye.
Karpinski.
Aye.
Hannah, not here, Patton,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Zegowitz,
Aye.
10-0-0. So we adjourned at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks all.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank